Hi guys, it's Ray. I just want to show you pretty quickly, hopefully, some of the things I do with Creative Fabrica. People have asked a lot about my full wraps, where I get them, how I get them, things like that. So this is what I see when I come to Creative Fabrica. You can see up here, I'm logged into my account. I'm going to jump over to a different browser so I can show one that I'm not logged into. Um, I have the unlimited all access pass. Um, if you use my link, which I will put in the description below, you can get your first month for $1 and it renews at $19 a month after that. They are very easy to cancel if you decide you don't want it or you're not going to use it. I will tell you, I have downloaded since I think September when I restarted. Um, I think last time I checked, it told me I had downloaded over $2,000 worth of things. So I've certainly not paid $2,000 to have access though. So it's definitely been worthwhile. I'm going to go um, show you a little bit of what the all access includes. It includes over 1 million designs or design resources, uh, almost 400,000 high quality print on demand assets, 90,000 plus fonts, over 4.5 million graphics, 3,100 embroidery designs if you're into that, and there's 9,200 crafts in here. That would be things that are like ready to use as a sign or whatever. There's just tons and tons and tons. Every single thing you download from here comes with a commercial license. All of your fonts, where if you go to DA font or DaFont, however you want to say it, if you're just downloading the free fonts, you're not getting a license. So if you're selling a product with that, they can come after you. Every single thing you download from here, you will get the commercial license for included. You don't have to pay extra like some people on Etsy will charge, things like that. Huge, huge database. There are classes included, which is kind of cool because sometimes you don't know how to do something or you want to make something. There's discounts to other suppliers. There's Font Cloud included and Word Cloud. Those I haven't played with too much, so maybe I'll get into those at some point. But there's just a ton. For $1, it's worth checking out. So I'm going to come back over to my account. I'm going to get into fonts, but I'm going to do that as a Cricut video, and I'm probably going to put that on other channel because it seems the overwhelming majority wants the Cricut stuff not on the Tumblr channel, so I'm probably going to move everything to the vlog channel when it comes to fonts and stuff. But there's tons of fonts, so we're going to come through and pick one of those. Tons and tons of graphics, crafts, needlework patterns, the assorted classes. There's the other tools. So if you don't have an account, your page might look slightly different. Like over here, it's going to have the subscription plans listed. There are daily freebies, like all of the time. There's also weekly discount deals. So if you don't want to do the full subscription, I do suggest you come and check out the freebies and the discount deals just because you never know what you're going to find. It'll suggest things for you based on other things you have. Like I really like this set and I still haven't downloaded it, but I plan to. So anyways, primarily what I want to show you is a full wrap water slide. This is my second time trying to shoot this video too. The gnome cup I did was from the first attempt at this that just, I have new software and I am trying to learn it. So we'll see how this goes. Like really, hopefully this is actually recording. But so I'm going to do another full wrap and I'm also going to go into my Cricut and do print then cut I'm not going to actually, well, I'm not going to show the process on the Cricut, but I'm going to show you how I would set up for it, hopefully. So we're going to look for some graphics on here, and I'm going to show you how I would handle them in my other. So I think I'm going to try to find a 20-ounce wrap that is like ocean themed, just for something easy that I know is going to come up. So I'm going to type in ocean 20-ounce sublimation wrap, and we'll see what we get. That might be too broad, it might be too narrow, I don't know. So it's coming up and telling me it's finding 96 things total. Some of them are going to work, some of them aren't. You always get some of these weird bundles that people have put like a million tags on that have nothing at all to do with what you're looking for. I mean, this one should look familiar. We just did her recently. This is not a 20-ounce wrap, but I have noticed they've been adding in some of the glass can wraps for those of you that are into those. So I kind of think this one is neat. You've seen me use that quote on scrapbook paper, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Sometimes it takes a second to load more, so bear with it. I highly recommend if you want to open an image to look closer at it, that you open it in a new tab. Like I want to see this sea turtle underwater closer, obviously. Because sometimes when you go back a page, it brings you to the top again, and that drives me crazy. So, okay, this one's really cute, so we may have to go with this one. And most of the 20 ounces you're going to find will come with the straight and the tapered, which is kind of nice, because not all of them do. This one is kind of like that one, but it has a mermaid. This one we've used before. So I'm just kind of scrolling to see if there's anything else I like. I kind of like this mom bun one, but I really wish that the center was a little different. We got sharks. We got a mermaid with a manatee. There's another sea turtle. Well, actually, there's several. Manatee, shark. I don't know if I'm at the end or not. But I think I'm going to go with my original sea turtle one. So I would come back over on download. It's not going to ask me for any payment information, anything like that, because it's already got me logged in to my account. So it's going to automatically download for me. And I'm going to go ahead and open it up. My computer is scanning it, so it says Tumblr template tapered, and then it says C2. So because this one says tapered, I'm thinking this is going to be the straight, which it is. This is really cute. It's even cuter now that I have it opened. So I'm going to go ahead and save as, and I keep a file that is mostly just wraps. So I'm going to change this to sea turtle wrap, and just to keep it separate. And then I'm going to go over into my Apache Open Office program. This is what I use primarily for my printing when I don't want a print and cut. If I'm going to do anything on a clear, I use this program, and I use this for full wraps. Because even though rumor has it Cricut is letting you go bigger, a lot of people, and I believe the Cricut's official Facebook page posted the other day, that you're not going to be printing bigger. It's just changing the paper size it'll take. And so I don't know. That's not super clear yet. But I'm going to come over to my right hand menu, and I'm going to open up page. I'm going to change this to landscape. I'm going to open up my margins, and I'm going to change them all to 0. Once you've changed them all to 0 once, your program will remember your last custom values. So I can just click that and it automatically knows that I want them zeroed. I'm going to come up to the top and go to Insert, come down to Picture from File, and open up my file where I saved that. I went too far. And I'm going to insert it. And then I'm going to come back down here to the bottom and see what size this saved it as. Sometimes the designers on Creative Fabrica will have it spot on for your tumbler size. Sometimes it's going to be slightly off. I usually do 9.3 by 8.2 for my skinnies. So this is 9.7 by 8.34. So I'm going to keep my aspect ratio, and I'm going to make the one that is too long the correct size. Because honestly, when I do a full wrap at 8.2, it's sometimes too tall anyways. So I would rather have that be a little shorter, but have my width be correct around the cup. So, and I'm actually going to come in and change this to like, I still get a little bit of an overlap. So I'm going to change it to like 9.28 or something. I'll still probably have a little bit of overlap, but it'll be slightly less. So then I would have that, and I can just go ahead and send this to print. It's not going to find my printer right now because it's not set up, but I would come in and then do this and pick my properties and go ahead and send it to print from there. So that's all set. I'm going to save this file because now it's sized the way I want it. So I will save that as my sea turtle wrap. And then I'll be able to pull it up whenever. So that is how I do my full wraps. And we will put this on a cup tomorrow or the next day. It's probably when this will come up for you in video time. So I'm going to come back over here. There we go. And I can just kind of scroll through here. And I can scroll through a ton of this, or I can try using the filters to pick what I think is going to be most accurate, because it's going to come up with 447 graphics to begin with. I think I want to see this watercolor ocean animal set. So some of these are kind of cute. I could probably do a couple of all of them. And I believe this was going to come with some backgrounds and waves and a rainbow. These are the two backgrounds that it shows here, putting the animals on. So if you were doing something like phone grips, you could put these animals on these. But I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this set, but I'm going to browse just a little bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and download that once again. I'm going to open it. Oh, this one's nice because at least it has everything labeled. Sometimes when you do these, not everything is labeled. It'll just be 1, 2, 3, and I'm not entirely certain what the multiples on these are for. They may actually have them already overlaid on the circles, which I think is the case. Like this one should be a circle. Yep. So this is nice because you don't even have to layer them yourself if you don't know how to do that. So the single ones are going to be the image, and then the 1 and 2 are going to be the overlaps. So I'm just going to go through and open up all of my ones. Okay, so now I can work my way through my pictures and make sure I have them all, and I can save them all. And I'm going to start a new folder for these in my Creative Fabrica folder. I'm just going to do this as ocean water colors. I'm going to open that file. Now I can just leave them named as is. So they're all saved. And I didn't open my design space already, so let's pray there's not an update today. Here's hoping. Perfect. If they'll load. Beautiful. I'm going to go straight into new project. And I'm going to go into upload. And browse. And I'm just going to work my way through and upload all of these. And I'm going to select print then cut on them. And when this one saves, I'm going to upload it because these might be massive. That might be why this is taking so long. I'm going to add it to the canvas just to see. Yeah, that's because it's uploading them as 30 inches. I don't know why that unlocked it. Yeah. I'm not sure why that's deleting it completely. I don't know why it's unlocked to start. Okay. I'm going to change it to 2.5. So, say this is the only thing I wanted to print and cut. It shows print and cut up here. So, oops. So I would go over to make it. And when you print and cut, it prints the box around the outside. And that is its registration marks to read. So you would go over to continue, and you would first send it to your printer. And after you send it to your printer, then you can go to the I've already printed phase if it doesn't automatically bump you to I've already printed. Mine's going to search for my machine because my machine's not plugged in. So yes, I want to cancel the cut because now I know I'm good and I can move along. I should not have to flatten this image. It should already be flattened. Like it's not even giving me the option over here. So I should be ready to go straight to print and cut. So I'm going to go ahead and in fast mode upload the rest of my images. Okay, so they're all uploaded now, and I can go ahead and batch move them. It's going to take quite a bit to move them because they're going to be 8 large images, but I can move the rest at once. I'm not going to move the jellyfish again because I already have. Okay, so now they're all here. They're all kind of stacked together. I'm going to click off of them so it'll bring them all back to individual again, and I'm just going to start shrinking them all down just to kind of clean up my space. What I am going to do is, if you're not sure, go into your shapes and pull up a square. I'm going to let this square hang out for a minute. I'm going to change the stingray down to a manageable size. So what I like to do if I'm unsure on my sizing, and this goes for anything, print and cut, decal, anything at all, is I'm going to unlock this and I'm going to change it to that 6.75 by 9.25. That way I have a perfect sized box to work within, and it should keep all of my images within that size parameter. So I'm going to reduce this so it'll all fit in one screen. And then I can start building my images in there, in the box. So I mean, like, I'm going to send this to the back. So the starfish is funny because it's so tall. I'm going to change the height to 2 inches. And if you want to make multiples of something, we'll get into that in a minute. I'm going to bring this whale in, and I'm going to make the whale taller. These are still going to be somewhat disproportionate just because I'm going to make my starfish even smaller. All right, I'm going to bring my other whale in. So I'm going to move this over again into my Make It page and see Oh, you know what? It's fine because I'm not actually going to go to make it just yet. I do want to hide this page, or this mat, I should say. So I could go a little bit more without running out of space on this page. So I'm going to come back over and I'm going to do another turtle, change the size, and another ray, and change the size. I'm going to hide that square. I'm going to save this as Sea Life watercolor. And now I'm going to go to make it again and see if we're still on one page. And I do believe I'm still on one page, so that's cool. Alright, so I could probably fit like one more thing in this corner, but then it's going to push me to a second page, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm going to call it good here. I'm going to continue. I'm going to go ahead and send this to my printer, and then I'm going to cut it. I'm going to do that in a separate video though, because I'm going to physically have to do that. So I'm going to tomorrow morning's cup will be the cup I use this set of images on, and then the following day I will do the full wrap that we did first. So this was a lot of information packed into one. I'm hoping I can pare the timing on this down somewhat in edit, but we'll see.